everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kajal. Today, here's a very special video for each and every one of you. In this, I have curated a special list of IELTS writing task 2 topic that have recently came in your exam. I have included all the topics that have came in December 2020 as well as in the January 2021 till now. So I hope that you enjoy this video. This is a very special video because we have finally hit the 3000 subscriber on the YouTube, and now we are family of 3000 people, and I really want that you all achieve your desired bands in your IELTS and reach your dream country super soon. So I hope that this list helps you and helps you to make a judgment that what kind of questions are recently coming in your IELTS writing exam and you get your desired bands. So let's get started quickly. Let's discuss what are the different topics that are coming in your exam, and I will explain each and every topic to you. So let's quickly get started. Okay, so now let's get started. The first very topic is, when you learn a foreign language, all 4 skills, listening, reading, speaking, and writing, are equally important. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So it was a question that recently came on 23rd of January. So what I believe after seeing this essay, basically, or the topic is that it might be a tricky one for a lot of students. And if we would be choosing one side on this topic, then it will be really, really difficult. So first of all, let me tell you the meaning in Hindi. If you're not aware with the language, just skip this part, just move ahead. सो इट मीन्स कि अगर हम कोई फॉरेन लैंग्वेज, हम कोई बाहर की लैंग्वेज नई सीखना चाहते हैं, तो उसमें लिसनिंग, रीडिंग और राइटिंग और स्पीकिंग सारे इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट होते हैं. सो हम कितने प्रतिशत हम एग्री या डिसएग्री करते हैं. So agar we have 2 options in this essay, either we can agree to it or disagree to it, or we can like go with the partial one. So what I would recommend is that in this one it's better to go for partial, otherwise you will be having very limited ideas. And what I would say is that what we can do is that we can go with partially agree. So if we say that if we have to talk about people who are learning a foreign language for studying in a country that have that native language, or either they are willing to work in that country, then of course all the 4 skills will be important. You can put these examples and then explain according to that. And then you can also go against the topic. You can also disagree that some people don't learn those foreign language just for getting a job or just for like studying purposes. They generally learn the foreign language so that they can travel to that country. So if they're just traveling, then you can say reading and writing, that won't be much important skills. The most important skills surely will be here are listening and are speaking. So if we have these two skills, one would be able to survive in a foreign land. Next one, this was one of my students who got this got this question on 23rd January only, and she gave her exam in Bhatinda and she gave through ITP. So the question was, some people argue that children should be taught foreign languages from primary school. Do the advantage outweigh the disadvantage? So she was among the lucky ones. She had done this essay. We had done this essay very nicely in class and discussed it. And this is, I guess, there is a lot of topics of foreign languages when it comes to your Cambridge book. So it is from one of the Cambridge books itself, so I won't be discussing it. Let's move ahead. Next is, surveys show that in many countries people are living longer, but increased life expectancy has many implications for aging individuals and society as a whole. What are the possible effects of long living of individuals and society? So they are basically asking for, it's an effect question. So we have to tell that if people are living longer, what will be their impact on the society and the individual itself. So we can say that for a longer time people will be bedridden because they will be surviving on the maybe the machines, and they will be surviving on medications, which can be a possibility that they are bedridden for a very long time. That I would say that is not a good thing. So you can talk about that. Then for society, so we can say that the youth of the country is basically the one that takes the country forward. If we have a lot of aging population, we will be spending our resources unnecessarily. As a society on a whole, we have to think of that. Of course, if it will be individually someone's parents or someone's known, they won't be considering them as a burden. But when I would say that if we have to talk about the society, then of course it can cause a burden. Next is, some people believe that the best solution to all transport problem is to provide all adult citizens free bicycles. So you have to say that, do you agree or disagree? I haven't mentioned it, I will surely edit it in this. So basically the question was, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So again, we can say, again you can disagree also. In disagree, you can say that not everyone is traveling for a distance. One point can be distance, that today we have metropolitan cities, like the workplace are really far from one where from one lives. So riding a bicycle is not a really good solution. Second thing can be that not everyone can ride a bicycle. If someone is having some health issues, or they're not feeling, like someone has joint issues, they have heart issues, they can have any kind of problem, that they won't be able to drive the bicycle. So if we consider that all adult citizen, and we will consider if all adult citizen, so I don't think that will be a very great option. Next, let's move ahead. Okay, so a lot of young people do not know how to manage their money when graduating from high school. What do you think are the reasons? What can be done to teach them this important skill? So you can talk about how important it is. So so basically there are two action words in this. Firstly, they are asking, what do you think are the reasons why people are not able to manage their money? Second, what can be done to teach them this important skill? So what we can do basically in this question is, what do you think are the reasons? We can mention one reason, like what we have to, first of all, first very thing what we have to do is that we have to balance both the questions. It means that your first body paragraph will consider of this question, what do you think are the reasons, and second body paragraph would be, what can be done to teach them this important skill. So these will be the two questions that they will have to answer. So basically, if we see this, that what we can see is, what do you think are the reasons? We can mention some of the reasons, like the parents do not like their parents do not encourage them to be independent from a young age, which leads to such a problem. Then you can include some more points. Just comment down below what are the different points that you can add. Next, what can be done to teach them this important skill? So you can say that parents can be encouraged to give some pocket money, or some like monthly pay. They should pay something to their children, which we call as pocket money, so they can give their some allowance. We call it allowance in western countries. So they should give some allowance to their children, so that they learn how to manage their particular money. Also, they can give them money for straight stationery, and some of the, like having maybe sweets from the market. So that is how they will be able to manage their money, and they will be able to know that how can they distribute that money. Okay, so next question is again one of the questions which my student only got. So some people believe that more trees should be planted in the free spaces in towns and cities rather than making new housing on them. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, so it means ki some people believe that instead of that when we have some free spaces, so instead of making new housing on them, we should encourage to plant more trees. So to what extent do you agree or disagree? Again, you can go with both sides. First side, you can say that yes, it will make our environment better. We will be the people who are already living there. We can have a better living standard. They can have a better living style. So it can surely be a positive thing. Next, one can also disagree to it, because you can say that these days people have to live in the suburb areas and travel to the cities in order to work. So what is happening, first of all, we are cutting the trees in the suburb area so that the people can get housing over there. Second, we are wasting fossil fuels because one has to travel from one place to another. So again, we can both agree and disagree. We can also say that yes, on one hand, of course, that if we see that the if we plant trees in the free spaces, of course they can give better opportunities, better environment to the people who are already living there. But again, some trees would be cut in some other areas to provide housing. So why not in the city area? We are Because we would be again investing our resources, we will be wasting the fossil fuels by traveling inside the city. So that can be a very big like good amount of idea that to write. And this question came on to the in on 16th January exam. So okay, so next question is the one which came in on the 9th of January, and this also came to one of my students who have given his exam in Patiala, and it he have given through IDP. So the question is, crime among teens and children are increasing. What are the causes and what type of punishment should be given to them? So simple, what are the causes? Influence of televisions, maybe video games, you can say about that. Then the type of punishment, of course we cannot give quite harsh punishment to the maybe to the teens or the children. So we can send them to asylum homes, or we can uh, encourage some skill work with from them, so that they are basically we should teach some lessons that do not harm their future. So we can think of something that don't harm their future, and still they can get a good learning from it. Next, some people think that hard work helps in achieving financial success, while others think it is only thing that contributes to financial success. Okay, it is not the only thing. Okay, so we have to tell that does hard work help us to achieve financial success, or we need some more things? So of course we have to discuss both the views. We can say yes, hard work is important. If one is dedicated, if one is hardworking, eventually the employer will realize the skills of the person, and they will give some fi- like they will increase the salary, they can get increments. But if someone is but hard work is just not enough, they have to do some smart work also. They need to contribute directly to their effort should directly direct towards the financial success of the company. Only then they will be able to give the financial success. And in these times, in the modern world where everyone is so clever, so greedy, it is not the just hard work doesn't pay off. Next, one more question from ninth exam. Some people think new homes need to build with private outdoor space such as garden, yard, and balcony. Do you think it has more advantages or disadvantages? Okay, so again, we can discuss both advantages and disadvantage, but we have to discuss more advantages or more disadvantage. So we can say that yes, it will the family can have a better time, so they prefer this. But again, you can also say that how much that in this bit like to say the disadvantage, you can say that today people don't have much time, they don't have enough time to spend with their families. So instead of having a extra, like having some outdoor garden or yard balcony, they can prefer to use a public space whenever they are free, and instead they can construct a room so that maybe the children can get some extra space, or their friends and family can come and live over. So you can follow me on YouTube, join my Facebook group, follow me on Instagram, and you can also join my Telegram group. All links will be there in the description, and if I send you this PDF, then the links will be embedded over here too. Next, our question is of 9th January. So some people argue that holding sports events is beneficial to countries' development. However, other people hold the opposite view. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So here what we can see is that some people argue holding sports events beneficial to countries' development, however have a opposite view. Okay. So discuss both views. So if we discuss in the favor of it, especially the Indians, like we can give example of Commonwealth Games. If you, any of you remember, or any of you were old enough, you must know that when Commonwealth Games was held in India, a lot of development took place in our country's capital, New Delhi, because the funds were a lot. There were funds given to the country. They were like a lot of funds were sent so that the city can also develop along with the event. So of course it is beneficial. It will increase tourism, indirectly increase the tourism of the country, because quite a lot of people will get to know about it. We can also say that generally these days the sportsmen or the sportswomen are quite famous, and they have a lot of Instagram followers. They have a lot of social media following, and people get influence from them a lot. So if they will see that people are coming to this country, then they might get attracted, and we will indirectly get a lot of tourism. If we have to say in the opposite side, then you can say that in these events, only the richer pocket gets filled, and the lower class people again suffers a lot. So it is not a very good thing. There is a lot very this quite less point, I would say. I am not getting an idea right now what we can say in the opposite view. It is surely a very good thing, I would say, in my personal opinion. Next, some people think that the spread of multinational companies and globalization produce positive outcomes for everyone. Do you agree or disagree with the statement? Okay. So, of course, we can agree to it, because with multinational companies come good pay rate, right? We get a good pay scale. If we are working in a multinational company, we get some benefits that we don't get in, like social benefits, and we also get a good reputation in a society if we are working in a multinational company. And globalization is also a good thing, because we are able to travel freely all over the world. And if you want to disagree, then you can say, of course, of COVID-19, that our country had become so much globalized that a disease was started in one country, and in no time it was spread throughout the world. If there was a bit of less globalization, we could have controlled it better. Okay. Next, directors of large organizations earn much higher salaries than ordinary employees do. Some people think it is necessary, but other holds that it is unfair. Discuss both views and your opinion. So again, here directors of large corporation higher salaries than ordinary employees. Necessary. Okay, so we have to give both views. So we can say that the directors are the running body of the organization. They have put their heart and soul to the company. They have done a lot of efforts. They are needed to run the all the organization together. And you can also say that with greater responsibility comes greater salary. So they have a lot of responsibility. If something happens in towards the company, of course the employee won't be held responsible for it. The directors of the large organization would be held responsible. So with the risk, with the higher, you can say, uh, expectations comes the higher salary. And if we say that it is unfair, then yes, it is unfair for the other employees, because some people actually work like they are working in home, and it becomes really disheartening for them. Okay, next we will be doing till 15. We will be discussing idea. Then I want you all to just comment down that all other ideas. I would be showing you the entire PDF, and then I'll be seeing you very soon in some other class. So fast food is becoming part of everyone's life. This has bad effect on our health and lifestyle. To what extent do you agree and disagree? So I would say go for whatever comes first to your mind. You can always agree that yes, it has been a part and it has bad effects. So you can of course say that, and if you want to you can also disagree and say that it is a source of happiness for a lot of people. One can like, if one is not eating right but doing a lot of physical activity, it balances out, and eventually we need to stay happy. And for some people, food can be a real source of entertainment, or the real source of getting their mood refreshed. Next, in many countries, people wear more western style clothes, suits and jeans, than their traditional clothes. Why? Is it a positive or negative development? Again, why and is it a positive or negative development? We have to consider 50-50. We can say that people today, globalization is taking place at very big extent. If a person is not wanting to wear western clothes, still they have to wear, because it is like in India, it is uniform of many companies, and if someone has to work in a professional environment, it is said that having a pantsuit is a compulsory. And they don't consider traditional clothes or the suit as basically uniform, and it is really important. And you can go with positive negative both, that yes, it is a positive development, because there won't be any differentiation between the people, the disparity will decrease. And you can also go with negative, that one is losing our culture. Next, today more and more people use robots to do tasks at work and home. Positive or negative development? If you have to go with positive, you can say that yes, it is a positive thing, because we have the manual work has reduced. One can easily get help. And when it comes to negative, you can say that robots are taking place of humans, they are replacing humans, and the work that could be done by the humans and the we can get paid out of it is now given to robots. Next, why? Advancement in technologies, and we have to develop and get good development. Next, some people think government should spend money on majors to save languages with few speakers from dying out completely. Others think it is a waste of financial resource. Okay, this is again a very tricky one, I would say. So, languages. Should we save languages or not? So you can say yes, we should save some languages. It is a part of our culture and history. If one completely loses their culture and history, they won't be survived for a long time, and it has a lot of things. Next, it yes, it is a waste of resource, because if only few people are speaking, uh then what is the actual the use of it, right? So this is the 17th and 18th question. Next, 19th, 20, 21, 22, you can pause the video. 23, 24. So these are all the questions that I have made a list of. You can simply pause the video and see that what are the different questions. So that is it for this video. You can comment down below what are the ideas, and if you would write some of these essays and share that in the comment box, I would surely check your essays and give you bans. also if you would like, you can give your ideas and we can have a discussion in the comment section that what are the different ideas that you can write on. This video gave you a good insight of your IELTS writing exam, and you are able to make an analysis that what kind of questions are coming, and you are able to see that whether you are able to answer the latest questions that are coming in your exam or not. If you want to get the PDF of this video that we have recently done, then do subscribe to the channel and send me screenshot in DM. Otherwise, you can join my Telegram group. It will be available that over there, and you can also contact me on my Facebook group, on my Instagram, so that I can add you in my WhatsApp group too. So you can contact me personally anytime you want, and do subscribe to the channel. Share this video with the maximum amount of people you can, and I hope to see you very soon. I have a lot of videos on the channel that can really help you in your IELTS preparation. So keep subscribing, keep liking the video, and comment down below what are the different ideas that you can curate for this particular IELTS writing topics. So thank you so much. Bye bye. I'll see you very soon.